Now you're probably wondering that you have seen this picture right here before, and if you haven't, well now you have. This picture was taken by the Hubble Space Telescope. First, let's dive into the origins of this picture. And to do that, we need to dive into the origins of how this picture was taken. Which means we will be diving into the origins of the Hubble Space Telescope. In 1946, an astronomer named Lyman Spitzer proposed launching a space telescope. It took a few decades before the idea got enough support. In 1969, Spitzer and the National Academy of Science published a document which advocated for the construction of the telescope. They took their pitch to NASA, and soon after, NASA attempted to get funding for the telescope. NASA was not granted funding by Congress until 1977. Finally, on April 24th, 1990, 44 years after the idea was created, the Hubble Space Telescope launched on the Space Shuttle Discovery. After the Hubble Space Telescope was in orbit, it immediately faced a major technical difficulty. The pictures were coming back so blurry that they were just completely useless, and the reason for this was a manufacturing error in the main mirror, which was 1/50th the thickness of a sheet of paper, and that tiny manufacturing error caused all the images to be extremely blurry and unusable. Fear not though, after 3 years NASA sent up a repair ship to fix the Hubble Space Telescope and upgrade the cameras in the process as well. Ever since then, the Hubble Space Telescope has taken breathtaking photos, which I will show you later. Now, scientists back in the day had no idea what space was, and they had a whole bunch of questions regarding space as a whole. And the main purpose of the Hubble Space Telescope was to answer those questions. It was to answer questions such as, how big is the universe? What is in the universe? What the heck are galaxies? What even is a galaxy, you know? Now, after the Hubble Space Telescope was launched, it answered a whole ton of questions of scientists, but it also left them with many more, because many pictures from the Hubble Space Telescope have left scientists completely confused, and some of them have just left them mesmerized because they're just so freaking beautiful. Galaxies, nebulas, the weird caterpillar shapes in the sky. Like, it's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing what the Hubble Space Telescope did, and I'd say that its motivation was definitely completed. Now, the main picture that we are discussing here is the Pillars of Creation, which is taken inside of the Eagle Nebula, and it was taken on April 1st, 1995. And it's the reason that it's called the Pillars of Creation is because the gas and dust that creates the Pillars of Creation is in the process of creating new stars. So new stars are being born, and that's why it was named the Pillars of Creation. And oh my God, is it beautiful! Holy crap! Just take a look at this. Wow, absolutely mesmerizing. The colors, the blue represents oxygen. Green represents hydrogen and nitrogen, and red represents sulfur. And it's one of the clear pictures from the Hubble Space Telescope that the Hubble Space Telescope was able to capture. And it is just amazing. Now, the motivation behind the Pillars of Creation was that the Hubble Space Telescope was taking pictures of the Eagle Nebula, which I referenced earlier. And the Pillars of Creation lies at the very heart of the Eagle Nebula. The impact of the Pillars of Creation was worldwide. It inspired many young people to become astronauts, and it ended up all over magazine covers and newspapers. Unfortunately, they did not find any aliens, but I think that this is good enough. Now, let's take a look at some other pictures that the Hubble Space Telescope was able to nab. that's the end of the video, and the Hubble Space Telescope still continues to take amazing pictures today. I highly suggest you do your own research on it, as it is just amazing. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.